welcome back to the second match of the day here on the Table Tennis England YouTube page. We've got eBaTT against Ormeau, pleasing scores. It's not currently 7-0, we haven't begun yet, but things are looking up at the moment for British Premier. We had a great morning of everything, and we're looking ahead to this next one featuring some big players, big names from both sides. So thank you very much for tuning in for this one. Now let's have a look at some of the fixtures sort of elsewhere on the tables before we get. We have Drumchapel against Brighton, Fusion versus Ormsby, North Ayrshire versus Bats, and of course on this table it's eBaTT against Ormeau. So who's going to come out on top in this one? If you are watching from anywhere in the world, let us know where you're watching from, who's going to take the points in this one here. So Ormeau narrowly losing out to Brighton this morning in a very good match. If you want to watch the highlights, head on over to the Table Tennis England YouTube page. Keep your eyes peeled for everything as we churn through all the highlights from a great day of action. But right now we're here focused on this. eBaTT versus Ormeau underway. And again, it is not now Asgedom. That's Patryk Dziuba playing. And it is 1-1. So 2-2 as we get underway, just finding a feet in the game as all the other tables around us just getting warmed up, ready to go. As we get all tied up once more. We are at 4-all. Sophie Earley to serve. And a good rally that ends with Ormeau taking the point there. Sophie Earley, a women's singles national championship semi-finalist last year. Hoping to go one better this time around. As we are at 6-all. In this open ones, we're just finding our feet. For anyone who didn't join us for this morning, any horns you can hear out in the background, Fusion Table Tennis Club is where we are. We are in the hall with basketball next door, just behind the blue wall as we're looking. But a great rally from Patryk Dziuba from eBaTT, able to assert himself in the point, take a good forehand winner there. Sophie Earley not able to do anything about that as he extends his lead and goes within 2 points have taken the first game. So we're tied as we go in, nothing to differentiate these two. Sophie Earley going to work for it. It's going to be Patryk Dziuba, his game point. Not able to take it at the first time of asking. And he'll move to his second game point of the match. And he'll take it as eBaTT take the lead here in this first end. And it is currently 1-0 to eBaTT here against Ormeau. First thing. So 1-1 here in the second so far. eBaTT with an early grasp. It was close though, 12-10. And once again, I'm very fortunate to be joined by Jamal Dennison, Fusion Table Tennis Club. Is it fair to say legend, local?
Oh,
you know,
no way, legend.
How would you put it?
I'll say top one in my local area, top million in England.
There we go.
That's how it goes.
Well, I mean, you know, there's about 70 million people in the UK at least, but about, give or take, 55 million of them are in England, and
which is actually not too bad.
We've got one of the best, being better than 50 million other people. That says something. But joking aside, very lucky to have Jamal with us here.
Thank you.
We're to anybody that has never had the pleasure of visiting down at Fusion Table Tennis Club, we're here in South London, and to any football fans, if you've ever paid a visit to the Den, we are right next door to Millwall Football Club's home ground. They are playing away at the minute, so
which is very fortunate.
Any loud cheering you hear isn't the football fans, it's the basketball next door. But it should be a good afternoon. We had a busy morning of action with everything so far, but it's hopefully going to be invigorated again as Patryk Dziuba makes a solid forehand winner. So, Jamal, sort of, what do you know about both of these sort of players? Both sort of new-ish to the Premier Division. eBaTT a new team, and Sophie Earley playing for Ormeau for sort of the first time.
I have to admit, I don't know much about Patryk at all. This is the first time I've actually seen him play live. I mean, I did see him play in his. I didn't actually see him playing his first one. I don't think so. So this is actually literally just my first viewing of Patryk, and he just seems a little bit awkward the way he plays. Like, I believe he's got some pimples on his backhand. And if you don't know what pimples is, it's something that literally can spoil the game. You have to play it in a different way. You've got short pimples, long pimples, and it's something that's visible on your bat as well. But no, I've never seen Patryk play, but I have seen Sophie play many times. I've even seen her play my sister, who used to play regularly. She was actually top 10 in juniors at one point, and I've seen Sophie actually play through many stages of her career, and she is arguably one of the strongest in Great Britain at the moment. I think she's probably top 3 maybe, but yeah, she actually could be like the number 1. Very strong.
Yeah, so a good showdown so far. Patryk Dziuba making the difference between the two as things stand. Obviously, plenty of time for change. So the format, to anybody that doesn't know, so there will be 7 matches taking part. There'll be 6 singles. There'll be a doubles contest as well. Each individual match is a best of 5. So we will play all 7 regardless of what the score ends up as. But in each one, if you win 3-0, that's it. We don't play through to the 5 matches, the 5 games within each composite match. And Patryk Dziuba taking an early lead.
He's got such an interesting style. I mean, we saw like the real dynamic. Oh, lucky just missed it. The real dynamic of the first game where it seemed like everyone was on their toes, whereas Patryk, it seems like he takes more pride in getting his placement right first with his upper half and his lower half.
Some good points. eBaTT sort of had a tough draw of things since joining the Premier Division. So far across the 8 rounds they've won just once. They beat Drumchapel 4-3, but not for the lack of trying. They've really played their heart out on every other occasion. They've lost 2-5 on 5 different occasions, and in the reverse fixture of this, which was in round 3, wow, sorry, just pause. That was worth it. Sophie knows what she just did there. That was a tremendous shot.
Great shot.
But yeah, Ormeau coming out on top between these two, 4-3 last time.
I think this is probably the first time that I've seen a defender or a pimples player play with the hexagon bat, because we do have the new shape, which is the hexagon bat, and I've never seen it before.
Or getting things on display as Patryk Dziuba looks to extend his lead. So Ormeau's form again also mixed, won twice so far, beating eBaTT before and Drumchapel, so both sides have that in common so far this season. But would you say not quite a relegation 6-pointer, but given sort of the mixed form so far with everything, a win here can really give you a boost of confidence, can't it?
Massive boost. I mean, both teams obviously do want to win, but yeah, it's vital. I think at this stage where it's arguably the middle coming towards the end of the league, you do really want the points, and to pick up the points here today, yeah, it's very vital. So I can definitely probably see a bit of nerves, a bit of tension from both teams. But yeah, I mean, both teams have just have to take it one step at a time.
We're just putting away. As it goes 8-7.
Wow.
Great winner there.
They just dispatched that. And it's such a weird thing. I think it's with the pimples. When you push the ball and it comes back, it's always going to come back a little bit more floaty than expected. So he judged it and just took it straight off the bounce.
And there it is, straight away. Reasonably quick game that. It was under 15 minutes for everything sort of all go, but good respect all round from each player as we look to move on. But to anyone that hasn't heard the big news yet, there's just a little event coming to town later this year, and maybe we think you should check it out. So why don't you have a look at this? So if that doesn't get you motivated, then I don't know what will. The World Team Table Tennis Championships are coming to London later this year. Be sure to get your tickets now. They are selling out. They are going quickly, so please make sure you avoid disappointment. But right now we have a big player making his Premier Division debut for Ormeau. It's quite a big player, I feel you could say. So Jamal, tell me a little bit about Pär Gerell and what anyone watching can expect to see from him.
I think I'm a little bit starstruck when I see Pär Gerell today. I mean, from when I grew up playing table tennis and just watching table tennis, he was one of the best players for Sweden. Just coming up the ranks, I believe he's achieved a top 50 world ranking as well. So he's at that caliber. I mean, he's played for Sweden for many years. If there's one thing that you can take out of this game, it's definitely his serves. If you know and if you've watched Pär Gerell, his serves are probably arguably the world's best serves that you've ever seen. So it's an honour to have him in Fusion, and it's very exciting to have him in British League as well, at this caliber. And maybe this might be something that will be a consistent, a consistent thing with British League, having these type of players.
Yeah, it's a real statement signing from Ormeau, who were Brighton have won the last two editions of the Premier Division, but before that, Ormeau were champions, and the sort of fortunes have turned somewhat sort of since then. But bringing in a player with his stature and his reputation, so I mean, he's been to the European Championship and taken silvers and bronzes before, and including in the singles in 2015. He's a big name player, and I think that he can offer a lot to Ormeau's roster, and it's great to see him get out there for the first time. But he's not the only one out there. We've got Olivier Chu, who's playing for eBaTT.
I think this is a really exciting game for Olivier. He must be like, kind of, obviously he wants to win badly, but it's just an honour to actually play, someone at his caliber as well. So hopefully he can just give his all. You never know, maybe take the win.
So what do you think it must be? I don't know if you've ever sort of played, but playing your heroes, because table tennis with enough work seems to be one of those sports where if you work hard enough and you get to the level, you could get a fixture against, Pär Gerell, Paul Drinkle's playing in this division. These are players that have been in the top 100 in the world, and this is just them. Tom Jarvis was playing for Brighton for a bit, I believe it was last season. If it wasn't, it was the year before. There are some big names that are joining the Premier Division, so how would you think you would approach it as playing such a big star-studded player in what is effectively it's a competition, it's your league match?
I think I'll say that it's probably happened to me once or twice. Maybe not in terms of the starstruck, but in terms of the top player category, because I've played against David Macbeth before, and also Darius Knight, who used to be number 2 in England. And both of them, I thought to myself, okay, when I'm going to play them, I know they're massively better than me, but I'm just going to give it my all, not be overwhelmed by who I'm actually playing and just take them for who they are, because they are human, but they're human with much better skills than me. So, yeah, I mean, it's always an honour and a privilege, and the thing is, when you come off after the match, it's always something for me. I always want to talk to them, to ask them, kind of like what I can do better as well, and everything like that.
What have you worked on?
And they give really good advice, So, yeah, it's always good to play someone that maybe you look up to, or is a top player as well.
Well, early on, that was a great rally. Pär Gerell showing his experience, 43 years old. And he's really showing what he's made of already. He's taking a resounding lead over Olivier Chu from eBaTT.
Right now, he needs to just get past his serves. He can't get his serves back.
You were saying about the serves there, just the amount of sort of attack on it, just being able to deceive your opponent like that. If you can't return the serve, you don't stand any chance in the point, even if you do get it back, because your opponent just has clear control of the table.
Exactly.
Both teams here with 3 players. As Pär Gerell looks to take advantage of his first game point. He'll have to wait at least one more.
And he's got a few cheap points from just a push and a serve, and it's back to 10-7.
Pär Gerell making his presence very much known here in the opening game as Ormeau take a 1-0 lead.
It's
And
so good to see him play. So good to see him play. I mean, I can tell with his style, he steps back from the table, he gives himself time, and his swing on his forehand is actually, I believe it might be the biggest swing I've actually seen today. It might not be as powerful, but he gives himself ample time to swing back and then place the ball in just an intricate position. But I think in terms of serves and then also getting the ball back, it's a hard contest for Olivier.
Yeah. Well, for a brief summary from the fixtures from round 9, so these were the fixtures that took place earlier. Ormeau, that was 4-3 to Brighton. Ormsby beat Drumchapel 7-0. Bats beat Fusion 4-3. North Ayrshire beat eBaTT 4-3. Bit of confusion there with some of the players with everything there, but we're all good to go in this one at least. As Pär Gerell extends his good form with everything so far.
I don't think this man misses.
He doesn't. I mean, he won his 2 earlier on against Brighton. He beat Felix Thomas 3-0, and he beat Ihor Zavadsky 3-0 as well, and it was 11-3, 11-4, 11-1 in that one against one of, arguably the best defenders that any of us can see in the flesh nearby, that isn't playing at the World Championships or anything, and seems to make light work of both of them. Sure, it'll be a very entertaining game. Have to check the highlights out of that one for sure.
I mean, that's the difference with a top player. Like, he actually seems so comfortable, and I think this is the first time I've ever seen someone look so comfortable in British League.
As he makes it 7-0 here in the second end. And he just wants to go again. He's there, he's right at the table, set himself, doesn't need to take a moment. Man on a mission. Olivier Chu is in the way of that mission, and he's doing his best, but not quite able to find that momentum just yet. Still plenty left, so 7 points from the first game. As he serves into a let.
I think it was a mercy point there. Gave him a little point.
He gets onto the board. And Pär Gerell wins it in style for that, so he'll take a 2-0 lead as we head into the third.
I think that's what you call table tennis.
That's the experience showing right there.
But there's a little bit of a difference with how he plays, because maybe the serve maybe isn't as strong, but then again, Olivier can be serving a really strong serve, but the timing that Pär Gerell takes the ball, it's just been effortless. It's really low, and he just takes it, catches it at the lowest point, and still spins it over. And I'm not sure if it's just his touch, because I don't see other players doing that here. It's so hard to read.
It's a very impressive style of play, great feeling on the ball. Olivier Chu doing his best to fight his way back into this game. But there's a wall the other side of the table as the ball spins over the top of us and into the bin. Come on, let someone else hook that ball out. Yeah.
And again, it's just another one of those jab serves where you can't actually read what's going on.
As we go to 4-0. I doubt it will stay this way, but we are on track for a very quick game so far, well, quick match rather. The first one just under 15 minutes. This one looking to be similar in duration, but we do have the doubles coming up next, where it will be Sophie Earley and Pär Gerell against Nahom Asgedom and Patryk Dziuba from eBaTT. So Sophie Earley making 2 appearances early on in this match.
That could possibly be a tighter match with Nahom and Peter, because I know both of them that they can play some good doubles together. But again, it depends on how compatible Pär Gerell and Sophie are as well. Because, I mean, they won their last match, pretty convincingly, 3-0. So we'll see what happens.
Well, it's 7-3. Pär Gerell just getting warmed up. We'll be playing doubles after this, as he plays another great winner.
There's almost like a dummy, like if you see in football when they kind of fake the ball, instead of going left, they go right.
We'll see. Olivier Chu just retrieves the ball. So we get a let. Gets on the offensive. And he's unlucky there.
I don't think he needs that.
Yeah, that just little dink of the net just derailing the point, and there goes the match. Unfortunate for Chu, never really in it, but a strong performance from Pär Gerell sees Ormeau get back into this, and it's 1-1.
Very professional. I mean, Pär Gerell, he won the game, looked at his team, gave them a fist pump. You know, his teamwork is definitely professionalism, and it's just great to see. So it'll be, I mean, I didn't think it before, but I don't see anyone beating him today.
Well, there's only 2 more chances. He's got the doubles coming up, so we'll see how he gets on with Sophie Earley as Nahom, Asgedom and Patryk Dziuba go to battle with Ormeau, representing eBaTT. Form 2 teams with mixed form through the year, definitely work to do, but there will be a winner to give either eBaTT their 2nd win or Ormeau their 3rd. It's currently 1-1. So what will the doubles bring? So we will be seeing Nahom Asgedom. Now, we were looking at the best points from round 2, and we have this point from the start of it. This point.
Yeah, this is an amazing game. So earlier, and I just couldn't believe the returns that are going on. I think Nahom is a little bit kind of like a snake-like action from that one. It's just crazy.
It's a very impressive shot. A very player with a lot of agility. Definitely. Sorry, we're just being handed some table tennis balls from the table over. Not entirely sure what was about that, but
I think
yeah,
it was just maybe a nice gesture.
Nice, sort of a nice peace offering of some kind. But anyway, we were saying Nahom Asgedom, he's been in quite a few big points this year across the highlights, which we'll try have a look at again sort of a little bit later as we go through. But what he just seems to have been playing for years at the top level. You know, he's been to the national championships. He's been a great sort of league player. If there's someone that could take on Pär Gerell from this eBaTT team, do you think it could be Nahom?
I think so. I feel like in terms of his ability, Nahom's ceiling is very, very high. And I've been seeing him improve year on year out. And he's been getting faster, more technical. And I think one thing that he did lack before was kind of his, his gameplay in terms of working the point out. Because he could do everything a top player could do, but sometimes he'll just falter at the mental ability of the game. But now I think it's just all the experience he's had. I mean, he's been playing in Portugal, playing in international competitions. So I believe he does have a really, really high chance to possibly take some games. Whether to beat him, I'm not sure, because Pär Gerell is amazing.
Well, we'll see what him and Patryk Dziuba can do. Patryk Dziuba already got his win against Sophie Earley in the opener here. So we'll see what these guys can offer as they just get warmed up. Make sure that everything's all good. It is Nahom's first appearance in this match. still have Adam Faulkner from Ormeau still to appear for his side.
I think it's really nice to see Sophie Earley representing the women's table tennis as well, because I feel like we don't really get to see much in terms of the top quality of the women in England at the moment in this type of competition. So to see her play and also to hold her own, it's a privilege to actually watch her play, really.
Yeah, here. Let's hope that we can have plenty more women taking part in the Premier Division over the next few years. And hopefully we can see Sophie continue her success. And we'll see if she can get Ormeau off the board here in this doubles game with a great rally. That goes Ormeau's way.
That was literally like a last minute stretch for the ball and just curled it around the net.
Hop, skip and a jump there, it looked like. A little hopping over to get the ball from Pär. And I'd just like to take this opportunity. Very well done. Very well done there.
I don't think I've seen a shot like that before in my life.
Bringing out, it's good to know there's still shots being discovered even to this day in the game. As Ormeau go 7-1 up. And they extend that to 8-1. And a big cheer from the North Ayrshire team down the far end.
That was a good reply from Patryk there.
And Sophie lands the ball into the net. Eight 4 the scoreline now.
I think that's the first shot I've seen Pär Gerell make an obvious error, so he is human.
Well, there's a way through. And stranger things have happened. As it turns to 8-5 now. eBaTT clawing their way back. 1 point at a time, that's all you need. And they're within 2 points now of Ormeau.
I think he might be a magician, because the serves every time he just pulls out the jab serves, and people find it so hard to read.
Well, there we go. That is a fantastic win of that. 10-7 as Pär Gerell and Sophie Earley just discuss something. (10-8). 1 point needed for Ormeau. They still need 1 point. eBaTT really working hard, digging deep, finding everything they've got. They could level this. Fantastic point. Some cagey play right at the start from both teams, and then a little attack from Pär Gerell ignites a fantastic back-to-back as we go 10-all.
can't let it brought it back. Amazing.
Ormeau take another game point, but eBaTT have got back before. I'm sure they'll be looking to do it again. Oh, some marvellous play, some big cheers from the eBaTT bench right in front of us. And they tie it up one more time. And once again, Ormeau take another game point. eBaTT yet to have a game point in this one, but they've clawed back multiple times before. And unfortunately for them, they can't do it this time out, so it will be 13-11 the end of the first. And that's some quality display from both pairings there.
Really, really close. I mean, we started off from a 6-0 deficit for eBaTT, but the boys, they came back, they fought, and they were returning with some venom that game.
Well, it really was something to have a look at.
It's very funny. I mean, I did hear on the sideline that in terms of signs, because with doubles we usually do signs on underneath the table, but for Pär Gerell I don't think he needed any signs because of how good his serves are. So it's kind of basically like a little bit of a cheat code.
Just pretty much. Sorry, I got you. It'll come back in a place that suits. So we're here watching Ormeau versus eBaTT in the British Clubs League's Premier Division. In round 10, the final set of matches of the weekend. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel quite the same, given that it is just sort of one day of games. Typically, would be the end of this. We'd have a whole nother day on the Sunday, but yes, Valentine's keeping it short and sweet. People got their loved ones to go home to.
I mean, I feel like this is enough Valentine's that you can get.
This is, but there is nowhere else you'd rather be. It's a great atmosphere in here, and there's some great table tennis on display from every corner of the room. As we go 2-2.
Right now, I see the eBaTT boys, they're matching Ormeau with speed. Before, they were just kind of out of the tempo, the mix of it. And then again, that was a ferocious smash.
Some speed on that. Wish we could have a speed gun, be able to tell us how fast that one was going. So there was no chance that was coming back. Now, I've noticed between the two pairings, it's eBaTT aren't talking to each other as much. Is that down to just familiarity? They know how each other play, or they feel they don't need to necessarily? Like, what makes a good dynamic for a doubles pairing?
I think it again, it depends on how much you know each other as well. Maybe they haven't actually played much doubles with each other, so that might be why they're not actually talking as much. Or it's just basically just how they actually play in general. But I think it just depends on your relationship with your partner. I know when I play with my good friend Josh, we're always talking, and it does help us a lot. So I would always recommend it, but it depends on who you are and how you play.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you what you do with your teammate, but it seems to be working for them so far. I mean, they came so close at the end of the first one, and they're well in this. This could easily go all the way. A little bit of luck here and there, or an extra centimetre to the side, and the ball misses the table or just clips the edge, and we could be writing a different story today. Ormeau just bounced off the edge of the table, or off the end of the table rather, to tie it up at 7s.
Very, very tight push right there. It's almost double bouncing on the table.
So the top level of table tennis in England and the UK. Got teams represented from England, Scotland and Northern Ireland all here. Ormeau coming from Northern Ireland, making the trip for that, so big respect. We've got 2 teams from Scotland who've come down from North Ayrshire and Drumchapel, Glasgow.
It's just all over the place. I mean, where all the teams have come from, so it's nice to see everyone's come together and play a little bit of table tennis.
And again, a good turning out from the spectators so far. We've had a good following earlier on, some good games that did go all the way, finished 4-3. As we get 10-9 here. And Ormeau take it. It will be 2-0 to Ormeau. Sophie, Earley and Pär Gerell continue their march on. Patryk, Dziuba and Nahom, Asgedom, work to do, but still looking positive in how they're playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because this has been actually a really tight, tough match right now, because 13-11, 11-9, it's not exactly that it should be written in stone as a 2-0. You know, like, I feel like eBaTT, they actually can turn this around, but it just depends. It's always that, you know, the extra push, you know, the extra movement, you know, just a little bit of an edge that you have. And I feel like Pär Gerell and Sophie Earley, I think they have that from their international knowledge. But you never know, it could be a 3-2 match.
Well, we'll see. We have had a 3-2 in the doubles on the live stream earlier today. It was Drumchapel against Ormsby, with Drumchapel leading 2-0, and that got turned around. It was quite a dramatic finale, that one. Encourage you to go have a watch of that. There will be highlights coming out on YouTube soon. As Ormeau look to build on this lead, not just in this match but in the overall scoreline. They're currently tied at 1-1. And that's a great winner there from Asgedom. And for the jump shot. Big points, Marty Supreme style.
I think every point I saw in Marty Supreme was massive. And
a very different style though to what we're watching now. Yeah, to my knowledge, don't think anyone that's here today will have quite grafted the same way as Marty Supreme did to get to the World Championships in the same way. Keep it as spoiler free as we can for anyone who hasn't seen it.
Definitely.
Worth a watch, especially ahead of the Oscars season coming up.
Actually, we do have some Marty Supreme royalty there today playing on the bench for Bats, which is Josh Bennett.
Josh Bennett, you
So
can see he is in the movie. He's one of the British players at the British Open right towards the start of the film. And he would normally be playing for Bats. He's on their bench today, but he is here.
Wow.
And a great point from Patryk Dziuba. Who needs Marty Supreme when you've got shots like that?
I feel like I saw that shot on Marty Supreme as well. Very good.
Well, it's a 7-5. They're leading now. Haven't quite had this type of lead before in the match, but what can they do with it? Just miss.
Just misjudged it. It's like he's moving in while he's hitting the ball.
And eBaTT restore their 2-point buffer. Go one further as well as they edge close to their first look in for trying to reach game point.
I think it was the right decision from Nahom, but Gerell, he just took it really low. It's a hard shot to take.
And now it's tied at 9-all. That shot, see what Ormeau have. Both teams just 2 points away as Pär Gerell and Sophie Earley discuss what they want to do. And they'll get match point. It's the serve, and he's lining up again. But Asgedom has an answer for that one. Straight between them. Great response. So we're tied at 10. Ormeau take another match point. First end finished 13-11. eBaTT have been in this position before. They're not able to salvage this one. It will finish 3-0 to Ormeau on this occasion. But some great play from Patryk, Dziuba and Nahom Asgedom there. Some great winners. You can almost turn it back to that 1 point when Nahom hit it off the end, almost a little too hard in a way. And that sort of seems to what let Ormeau back into the match.
Yeah, I believe so. Just some of those, again, unforced errors in the middle of the game. I mean, in that game, they were so close. So you said 13-11, 11-9, 12-10. Could eBaTT have taken the timeout at some point? I mean, maybe they just didn't think about it. Maybe they were just in the flow of things, but maybe they could have. And that could have possibly swung things in their favour. But, no, I mean, it was 3-0, which is so vital and favourable for Ormeau at the moment.
As we reset everything, it's going to be an introduction to the match for Faulkner against Nahom Asgedom, who's nice and warm already from the doubles that's just finished. And his umpire just inspects the bat, makes sure everything's all up to code.
I think this will be quite a fast-paced, very fast-paced game, this one. Nahom, in terms of his ability and style, he likes to step away from the table a little bit to give himself a little bit more of a swing. So yeah, expect a lot of unexpected returns in this game.
We do want to see some more big points. See what Faulkner has to offer. Some big cheers from over the way. And guess who from Fusion? Shaquille Webb-Dixon. He's probably got more mentions on the streams today than nearly any other player, just from how vocal he is. But that's why we love it. He's taken a big point off of Enyo Mendez over to our right.
He would always get mentions. I mean, he always has exciting games as well.
warm up the backhands. We're nearly underway for match number 4 of this. Still all to play for, only 2-1. And by the end of this one, will it be 2-all or will it be 3-1? If you are watching from anywhere, let us know what you think. Who's going to take this one? As we approach the hour mark into our stream from the 2:30 match.
I feel like that hour's gone quite fast actually in terms of...
We started very quickly. We almost had 2 complete matches within the first. And another big point over to our right. Shaquille Webb-Dixon ties it up, 9-all. But yeah, the first 2 matches were almost 15 minutes apiece, and then the doubles seem to sort of take a little bit longer, obviously with breaks and play included, so not quite half hour, but early mistake from Adam Faulkner, righted.
Again, this is my first time seeing Adam Faulkner play live in action.
There we go, it's 2-1 to Asgedom, 3-1 now. Asgedom reaches out, uses his big stretch to take the next point. Again, a lot of support here down at Fusion today, what we like to see. Hopefully get more of that in the seasons to come. So Asgedom sort of branches out on his lead.
I mean, Nahom, he started off pretty strong, but I feel like Adam, he seems like he's very methodical in how he plays. He's looking for, you know, just the right touch to bring out his forehand.
So while we're watching this one, I'd just like to take a quick moment to give a thank you and a shout out to our official ball supplier, T Sport, providing the Butterfly R40 Plus 3-star balls which are in use today. So be sure to check out the T Sport website for your table tennis essentials. They have all the gear that you need, no matter what level of game you are. If you're at the very top or you're just starting out on your table tennis journey, head on over to T Sport, who are providing the match balls today. So a big thank you to them. And there's Nahom Asgedom utilises his grit and extends his lead to 9-3. It's been a tough start for Adam Faulkner in this one, but always time to claw it back.
Yeah, he'll have to really try and, I'll probably say, really try and get into Nahom's backhand. Is that exactly just that? His
Exactly
forehand,
right
he gets
there.
everything back.
It's unstoppable, that. Sets himself nicely up. The game point on his serve, but it goes straight into the net. He takes it in style. That's something. And again, it looks, I'm sure he'll be buzzing.
Dispatch the ball. So Adam will have to really kind of think about where I'm placing the ball, and also to try and get his forehand in, because I've seen him play online and his forehand is very, very spinny, very hard to deal with, so he'll need to try and do that.
Well, it's currently 1-0 here at the eBaTT versus Ormeau game, as Adam Faulkner takes first point of the second here at Fusion Table Tennis Club. and on the good atmosphere for it.
And a good start. I think he's thought about the tactics and now he's really trying to get his forehand in. It's just
He's looking much more confident. Again, I know 1 point is all it takes, but definitely getting off to the right things, get set up. Nahom, though, unfazed it seems by sort of early declaration of intent from Adam Faulkner. It's nice to see a few comments coming in from people on YouTube. So we've got a nice message from Ruth McGillen cheering on Adam, saying the Ballymoney Osmond teams are all backing you. I'm sure he'll be carrying the spirit of all back home with him. So he's got some good resolve in at the minute. Working hard for it, celebrating every point like it matters, and it does.
I mean, for Adam to bring this back to, to a 4-0 lead, if he can, would be a dream. If he can actually win this game and actually win the game for Ormeau, I think that'll just be so much endorphins for him, just to actually just get the victory under his belt. So if he can do this today, then it's a great achievement.
And it would put Ormeau in such a strong position, just being one win away if Adam Faulkner was able to turn it around. I'm sure Nahom, as he just declared, is not just going to lay down and die, so to speak, he's not just going to hand this over to Adam Faulkner. He is 1-0 up, but good fighting spirit from both the sides. Nice little fist pump there from Adam towards his bench. He's pleased with that.
Very impressive work from both players. I can just see their intention and what they're trying to do.
Nahom forcing the error from Adam. And just like that, we're all tied up. It's taken 14 points, but they're back level with each other on Adam's serve. Very nearly could have landed on the table again. That did catch the roof, just out of shot, but who knows what would have happened if that had landed and was deemed legal.
You never know.
It's for the umpires to decide.
I think if it did hit the ceiling, I'll
if
say
it hits the ceiling, yeah.
It's just a no point, is it?
We'd like to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the umpires that do make table tennis happen at all levels, all the way through from the top, all the way through to the grassroots level. But Adam Faulkner 1 point away now. Little shake of the head from Nahom Asgedom. As he looks to save some game points. And he doesn't. Adam Faulkner ties this one up. It's 1-1.
I'm really impressed in how he approached the game, or the second game. Because the first game it was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to try and kind of assess Nahom's game and see if he's going to go for a forehand, for a backhand. And then he tried to put it to the backhand loosely. Nahom said, okay, I'm going to just absolutely destroy that. But in the second game, it's like, okay, let's focus. Let's get the ball low, get the ball short, and let me get my forehand in. And it's changed the game. It's 1-1 now.
Well, we're all back here on the penultimate weekend, but final weekend is coming. On April 11th and 12th up at Ormsby, up in Middlesbrough. All the teams going to be there to determine the title. Ormsby, as it looks like it, currently top of the table. Obviously, we're not sure how they get. Should they tremendous unbeaten form, no one's going to stop them. As we return to the action. And Adam Faulkner takes the opening point.
I feel like Nahom knew exactly what spin was on that ball.
Another great point there. For you, how easy is it? Obviously, the more you play, the more you be able to adjust your game to read it. But how hard is it to actually read spin?
It's really difficult, and I think it goes in different stages. I think from maybe a more amateur stage, it's really difficult. For maybe semi-pro level to pro, it is difficult, but in a different way. I think what people tend to do is that they'll tend to disguise their serves. So I don't know if you saw it earlier, but you can watch Louis Price. After he actually contacts the ball, he'll actually wiggle his hand a little bit just to disguise the ball, and you don't really know what's going on. But again, some people might be unfazed with that. They might say, okay, you know what? Actually, let me not think about what he's doing after the ball. Let me think about the contact. But again, it's ages. But when you see Pär Gerell, so to be honest, you actually don't know what contact is actually on the ball. Because of how he actually contacts the ball as well. So I think it's all in stages, but spin is very hard, very, very hard to actually read.
Well, the eBaTT bench doing all they can to cheer on Nahom Asgedom. Once again, as he extends his lead to 7-3. Another message coming through on our chat system. Keep it up, Adam, from George. So getting a lot of sport there. The points like that. Showing what he's made of.
It was a nice little adjustment because I don't think he thought the ball was going to come that high, but Adam did very well there.
And again, another very strong looking winner there from Adam Faulkner. He opts for the backhand serve, and it pays off. This is looking a lot more even-keeled now. The first game, Nahom looks like he might run away with it, but Adam Faulkner has other opinions. As once again, we are tied at 7, just as we were in the last game. That went Adam Faulkner's way.
I mean, to come back from 7-3 down in that fashion, it's done well.
Great rally there. Bit of luck from the net in Nahom's favour earlier in that rally, but still won't take anything away.
He's absolutely fighting for this game.
He is pumped up.
Oh gosh, moving side to side.
And Nahom sends the ball over the top of the blue wall. And it's come over again.
It's come back.
Well, the good thing about basketball players, they're good at throwing the ball up.
So you would think.
So you'd think, at least. But it's 9-all, 1-1. Faulkner unlucky there, hands now Asgedom the chance to build on this lead. There we go, it's going to be Nahom Asgedom who goes into the fourth game with a 2-1 lead. Adam Faulkner fought so hard, so close, just not quite able to get over the line on that one. He's had a tough draw of things today, has Adam Faulkner. This is the first time he's been played, today rather, it's been the first time he's played in the Premier Division. We played Callum Evans and Felix Thomas of Brighton, you know, two very, very strong players indeed. Losing 3-0 both times to that, but let's take nothing away from this. He can do it. He can turn it around. He showed what he's made of. He turned it around once before, make it 1-1. Came very close that time at 11-9.
I mean, judging from his results in the second team that he plays in the Championship division, he's actually won against some very strong opponents. I mean, he's beaten Liam McTurnan this year, who used to be about top 30 in England. Emmanuel Asante, again, another top 40 player. So he is literally no joke. He can do this. So for him to come against Nahom, who is arguably, again, one of the strongest in the eBaTT team, he's doing very well.
Oh, and how was that for a shot? My word, that was something.
Wow, I mean, that ball just went around the net and Adam returned it.
Wish you could watch the point in live time, but in slow motion simultaneously, because that would have been stunning. As Adam Faulkner doubles his early lead in this fourth game, still trailing, plenty of time left.
Just clipped the edge on that one, bringing it to 2-3. It's a bit of the same fashion of the second game that they've had, where Adams was leading.
3-3. Nahom lost his two matches earlier today against North Ayrshire, against Colin Dalgleish 3-1 and Martin Johnson 3-0. So it will be the first singles victory of the day for the victor of this contest. Who that will be, we don't yet know, but both players staking their claim for who wants it more.
is just edged ahead in this game. I was thinking, I was actually going to call that he might take a timeout here, because I mean, I know it's at the start of the game, but it's 3-1 up, and the run of points has actually been in Nahom's favour quite a bit. So I think it was a smart timeout on his end.
Yes, we were talking a bit earlier on about, do you take it now on impulse because you think it will help now, or do you try and save it? And as you go on, you do start to think a bit more tactically about slowing the opposition down, especially at a crunch point within this.
Yeah, you need it. You need to just break up the play, just kind of like just relax yourself, come back and then refocus. So even if it's just for 10 seconds or for the whole minute, it's definitely worth it.
Well, Nahom leads 5-4. 6-4.
I like the way Nahom keeps himself composed, because you don't really know what's going on in his head at the moment.
He doesn't give much away about how he's feeling, positively or negatively. Some players really do play with their heart on their sleeve, but Nahom looks very composed, very relaxed in a way, no matter what the situation is. I'm sure that helps him with his game about staying in control.
Most definitely. I've been in situations where I've come against a strong opponent and they've lost maybe 2 or 3 points against me, where they've won probably about 8 points straight. But because I can see that they're a bit negative, I just know that I can actually take them out. So sometimes not showing emotion can be the best thing to do.
Yeah, don't want to give too much away as Adam Faulkner looks to fight, stay in this, and it will be a fight if he is to keep himself in this. He can't make one more mistake. And there's one.
Good spin from him. Sometimes this is the hardest part, just finishing the game.
Just getting over that line. Let called. Oh, Adam's so close. A sterling effort from the young man, but now Asgedom takes it and he will tie the match. It will be 2-2 at the end of this one. That was an entertaining showdown. That the other singles match we've had, not that they haven't been entertaining, they've just been very quick. This one felt much more tactical, much more measured in a way from each player, with the sort of their composure that they're working on. But still, a great showing from both players.
Yeah, definitely. I think tactics had to be played in that one. I think both players were actually quite composed and tried to just see what they can actually do. But I mean, Nahom just had a bit more of that tenacity and just kind of like the know-how to just win the point, especially at the end of the match. He did very well there. So congratulations to him. But I mean, it just brings it a lot closer, and I feel like the next game, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen.
Well, we're going to be back with Patryk, Dziuba and Pär Gerell, who faced each other in the doubles earlier on. They'll be playing each other as singles this time out. So let's see what they're made of this time, as Pär Gerell looks to extend his unbeaten streak so far today for Ormeau. Won his 2 matches earlier, one earlier this one against eBaTT.
Again, it's just a privilege to see Pär Gerell play, especially in London, at Fusion as well. Well, we'll just see what he can do in this game. But it'll be very interesting because he will play against, I say probably the most awkward player that I've seen play. Not in terms of his ability, but how he actually connects with the ball, the way he spins, the way he plays. He's definitely a spoiler, and I know people don't like it.
Well, it will be entertaining because this next match is so important because whoever wins, they go into the sixth matchup rather 3-2 up, and then because this very much could end up with a 7th game decider, which deep down wouldn't you love a 7th?
Oh yeah,
game?
oh yeah.
That's how you want to watch a big game like this.
It's exciting. It's also it's pressure for both. It's obviously you need to win, but the one that is maybe down or maybe doesn't have as much confidence could probably motivate themselves and jeer them to try and win the game as well. So you might see different things that you've never seen before.
Well, we've seen a bit of that so far. So let's see what Pär Gerell can come up with against Patryk Dziuba. See what he can come up with against the former Sweden international.
Wow, the connection on that, you can hear it. It's just so crisp. That's the backhand that I was talking about. It's something that I feel like it just spoils that other player. It gets them in an awkward position. And he just absolutely dispatched it down the line. Very good composed shots from Pär Gerell at the moment. And he's just always active. I feel like for me, when I watch Pär Gerell over the years, it's always kind of like, you talk about his serves and how his serves are so good, but in terms of his agility and positioning, it's so surprising that he is actually so fast. And maybe it's maybe not dynamic in terms of going towards all the way to the forehand or the backhand position, but he moves in intricate positions all the time and applies different spins into the ball. It's impressive. Good effort from Patryk there, but probably just the wrong selection of shot.
Well, there's one.
I cannot believe this game finished 11-3 because the way it started, Patryk had some phenomenal backhands, phenomenal shots, but it's 11-3. It just finished so quickly. It's that level of caliber that you can see from a professional player that's played in the world and has played against the best and beaten the best as well.
I know the threshold for a lot of sports when you're sort of building out they talk about the skill pyramids. There's a very few people at the very summit but then sort of the lower down the skill pyramid you get, the more players there are, and I guess sort of once you've been at the very top for something, whilst you may not be what you once were, but a lot of that doesn't leave you, and that much is evident from watching Pär Gerell, who is going to be playing for Ormeau for the remainder of the season, we believe. We do have the final weekend decider on the 11th and 12th of April, as he takes another great rally, another great point there. So in case anyone is curious, we are sharing the hall with basketball over the other side, so you might be hearing a few horns going off. It helps build to the atmosphere as Pär Gerell isn't able to answer Patryk Dziuba there. I know if that were me, I'd be punching the air, jumping up and down for joy, but Patryk Dziuba's got a little bit more composure than me.
Yeah, I think he's been here before, he's done it before as well. Again, just a quick pivot from Pär Gerell. Just straight backhand, switch to his forehand, across the table. Just perfect shot.
Patryk Dziuba. So excluding this match, currently eBaTT's most statistically strongest player. He played across the 13th of December and today. Currently only lost one, that was against Paul Drinkle, beat Victor Guangxi, David Macbeth, he's beaten Louis Price, Hugo Torngren from North Ayrshire and Martin Johnson from North Ayrshire this morning. So he's a very strong player in his own right, Patryk Dziuba.
Very strong player, really strong.
Helping light up this Premier Division, exactly how we want it. We want some of the best players that we can get in.
And it's also good to see because you also allow sorry, I had to pause there. It just seemed like it was going to be a really good rally. But it allows also for some of the top English players to play against these international players where they haven't played them before, and also learn from them and make them stronger as well. Wow. What a forehand.
Takes a great winner.
And he's changed his game actually. He's stepped back a bit. He's doing a little bit of a chop action, getting his forehand in. Yeah, this is a game.
Well, yeah, the scoreline will reflect poorly against him from the first game, as Pär Gerell just like he's taken a walk in the park, like it was nothing, but Patryk Dziuba definitely answering his own critics. To anyone that would look at the first match score, so he takes a little bit of luck there over the net, but he extends his lead 2 points away from tying this one up against one of the true greats of Swedish table tennis. Again, good support from his team on the eBaTT bench. Just catches the net that time.
Let's see what Patryk does now. Is he going to come with another awkward push so he can get his forehand in again, or is he going to step back? We'll have to see.
Well, he's moved within one, and he will be serving for it. Now, it's only two, but Pär Gerell will be serving for the next few points, and we know how mean his serves can be. And he will not be holding up against Patryk Dziuba, that's for sure. Well, he doesn't need to because he's taken the first one there, Patryk Dziuba, and that will be 1-1. Terrific show of steel there from Patryk Dziuba. Possibly feeling a little bit down in the dumps almost since losing 11-3 in the opener, but he's handed Pär Gerell his first defeat of the day and get the game front.
I mean, he completely changed the game, changed the flow of it. And again, as I said, like he just stepped back a little bit, made sure that he can block to see the ball. And in terms of the great shots that Pär Gerell hits, where he wrong foots his opponent and then tucks it to the other side, Patryk is is unfazed on that sense. So again, we'll see. I don't know, can Pär go into another gear, or is Patryk going to be this resilient force again?
Well, big cheer there from Pär Gerell. See, doubles his lead. Good rally so far. Curse to the commentator there, I apologise about that. As Pär Gerell just sends it off the end of the table.
It was good patience from Patryk. That forehand is ridiculous.
It is truly impressive. We've seen a lot of good table tennis today, but that was something special.
I just feel like he catches it in a different way. It's not conventional, just going straight up into your face. It kind of catches it from the side. And he's gone 5-1 up in really quick fashion, almost looking like how he did it in the first game.
Well, it's 6-1 to Pär Gerell now. Oh, there we go. That's a great rally there. A few cheers from the Ormeau bench.
Again, I guess the serves are just catching him a little bit more again. Oh, like that.
There we go.
Return.
How's that for a response?
Yes. He told us, I am here.
I'm here and I'm ready to meet your challenge. Pär Gerell says, right back at you. Some incredibly long play there, getting very far away from the table, but Patryk able to stay close enough to his end. Oh, we'll save that one. You don't see that every day. Pär Gerell served that straight into the net to hand Patryk Dziuba a point and reduce the deficit to 4 points. think, as Pär Gerell asks for a timeout.
Which is fair. I feel like, again, I think I said this maybe in the first game today, but when you are up and you're up by quite a lot, sometimes you take a timeout because it's just hard to get over that line, and especially if you feel that certain things are maybe not going right or as you expect it to take the timeout. It doesn't have to always be, when you're losing or anything like that. When you're winning and you're winning a lot, and then have your opponents coming back, take a timeout.
Yeah, you could almost feel like that game was beginning to slip away from him, almost, Pär Gerell, and Patryk Dziuba just growing in confidence, sort of throwing a few points away, just slow down, reset, see what you need to do, and we'll see what comes next. Well, he takes it, 11-7, take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it was very, to be honest, a highly contested game there. I think the first half it was more Pär Gerell winning the points of the third ball attack, but then after that, it was kind of uncertainty vibes that I got from Pär Gerell, and Patryk started to dominate a little bit more, but again, it just took that 11-7, took his time out, 2-1 up.
Well, he has the opportunity to give Ormeau that 3-2 lead if he wins this one. One that we were talking about, a vitally important game to win at 2-2. And you just never know what could happen, because then it puts Ormeau within 1, or you hand it over to eBaTT and tell them, right, if you want the points, you've got to win both of these. And I'm sure Sophie, Earley and Adam Faulkner would have something to say about that. But on the flip side, Patryk Dziuba is able to get himself back into this one. Who knows what could happen after that? But for now, at least, it looks like it's Pär Gerell.
Oh my gosh, he was so consistent there. Like, it's like Patryk couldn't see it opening, and he got 4 or 5 balls on the table.
Looks like he's trying to play very quickly. Pär Gerell trying to get the ball moving, especially when he's winning points. He wants to serve again quite quickly, but when he loses a point, I think he just wants to take that extra moment when he's serving. So we get a big cheer from next door. It's the beast, Louis Price.
Oh, and he says he's taking his time out.
Patryk Dziuba, yeah, that's a wise decision at this point. He doesn't want it to slip away too early. Try let himself get back in.
Yeah, definitely. Like, the thing is, those 5 points, it wasn't kind of like where Patryk was making errors or anything like that. He played a good game. He played a really, really good game, but Pär Gerell got everything back. He was standing away from the table and just waited and got everything back with interest.
Well, let's see what Patryk can take from that timeout. as he's going to serve again. Pär Gerell extends his lead as he looks to give Ormeau an all-important win. Oh boy.
Yeah, I really need to learn his serves. As a left-hander, it just looks so difficult.
Yeah, if somebody ever offers you a ticket to a serving masterclass with Pär Gerell, you make sure that you don't just take it, you take their arm with you, because you don't want to lose that. That would be some very impressive play as Pär Gerell leads 7-2 now. And we move up to 8.
It's a lovely return with his pimples, taking it at that height and to put actually that much pressure on the ball. Very good shot.
Pär Gerell tries to get that back on. It never really looked like it was an option. He sends the ball over the barriers on the far side. As Patryk Dziuba returns, compose it. It's 4-8. 2-1 to Pär Gerell.
Again, just falling a little bit short on the pimple side. I feel Patryk has been really good in this game with his forehand, but the pimples.
Oh, that's a great rally.
It takes it so low with just so much spin.
To give him match point. And he takes it the first time of asking. It will be 3-2 to Ormeau. And Pär Gerell wins 2 of 2 for now and 4 of 4 for the day. Big smiles from both the players, but well, one player more so than the other. Patryk Dziuba played his heart out with that game. Very impressive display against an incredible player as we look to move on to our next fixture, which sees Nahom Asgedom re-enter the arena, and he'll be taking on Sophie Earley.
It's a privilege to actually have again Pär Gerell to play in British League, but it's a privilege to see all of the players play today. It's been a high intensity, high focus, a high ceiling of skill. I feel like in terms of watching it live, you can see what they're doing, but I mean watching it just here like quite close, because you don't normally get to see it as close as I guess where we're sitting right now, and you can just learn so many things about the game and maybe just implement it in your own game as well. So it's been amazing.
Well, it's all good as Sophie Earley and Nahom Asgedom take the stage. There's another stage coming to London, so why don't we just try and find out what that could be about.
Come on, London!
Let's go, London! The 100 years of table tennis.
Watch the World Team Championships in London,
Where table tennis begins.
OVO Arena West.
See you in London.
Can't wait to see you in London.
London 2026, back where it all began.
Well, if you're not excited yet, don't know what rock you've been living under, but the World Team Table Tennis Championships are coming back to London, to the OVO Arena, Wembley, and the Copper Box. England will be playing. They've been drawn, and it will be no doubt a tremendous few weeks of table tennis. Tickets are on sale now. We've had just over 20k sold so far, so please make sure that you get your tickets to avoid any disappointment. There are still tickets available, and no doubt all eyes will be on London. All eyes will be watching the table tennis for a great few weeks, so be sure to get your tickets while you still can. But for now, please stick with us as we continue this Ormeau versus eBaTT fixture here at the Premier Division of the British Clubs Leagues here at Fusion Table Tennis Club in London. So, Sophie, Earley, Nahom, Asgedom. Facing off. So they look to get their touch back.
Again, possibly a high tempo, high spin, high tempo game. I know Sophie, she likes to hit the ball hard, very, very hard. And Nahom, I know he'll try and counter that with spin. So I'm not sure if they actually played each other in the first half, but it'll be a very, very good game.
Yeah, well, Ormeau and eBaTT played each other in round 3, and on that occasion Sophie Earley was not in the team and neither was Nahom Asgedom, so this will be a first time for them meeting in the Premier Division. On that occasion it was a nearly, I believe there's not one player from either team that was playing in that fixture that's playing in this fixture.
No way.
Yeah, Ormeau had Oriel Monzo, Padder Sheridan and Paul McCreary, and eBaTT had Sammy Kay, Simon Bellick and Derek Abrafer, none of whom are playing today, so it's a near complete turnaround of the roster.
I wonder if it was more for a strategic element or they had to have a rotation of players. It's very interesting.
Well, that one finished 4-3 to Ormeau. That was a very close game. That one was not quite decided in the 7th. It ended up being settled in the 6th. This game could be settled in the 6th if Sophie Earley takes the victory. But if Nahom takes this, it will be Adam Faulkner against Olivier Chu to determine who takes the points on this occasion. But for now, it's Sophie Earley trails Nahom Asgedom 2-6. It bounces back strongly to get 1 point. 2 points clawed back. When you're down, it's a real war of attrition. Just got to grind your opponent down into dust. Just take it nice and slow, nice and easy. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and Sophie Earley has been doing that so far from 2-6 down. She's brought it back to 5-6. But Nahom Asgedom says enough is enough. I'm going to get some points back on my side of the scoreboard.
It's an interesting shot of choice that Sophie's going for, just the backhand and bringing it to a little bit more of a height.
And now Asgedom again.
You don't want to get him into that position. If it's forehand to forehand, it is a long day.
He just knows how to work it. As it goes to game point, and now Asgedom, Sophie Earley to serve. She did so well to get back into this game. And she still does.
Still in it.
Fighting it out to the end. She moves within 2 of Nahom. I think just called a bit of a delayed let there, but we'll reset. And Nahom will take the first one to give eBaTT an early lead in this penultimate matchup between eBaTT and Ormeau.
Yeah, I feel that in terms of how Nahom's playing, the ball's coming a lot into his middle, where in general, if you're playing against any opponent, you want to try and catch him in the middle. But Nahom, I feel like he's always ready for that, and he's just stepping over, getting his forehand in and placing it. It could be into the forehand or backhand side. He's doing that quite a lot. I think Sophie's finding it quite tough. Kind of see what tactics have been implemented into this game for Sophie. She definitely 100% got a chance in this. I mean, it was a close game, 11-8. But I feel like Nahom, in terms of how he opens up with the ball, I feel like Sophie will have to try and catch him onto his backhand. And his backhand is very good anyway.
It's a very strong, 2 very strong players. As Nahom takes an early lead once again.
I mean, if the game carries on like this, I feel like we might go to a decider.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about
Great shot.
how we want to see, as spectators, we want to see a 7th game decider between Olivier Chu, who had quite a rough run in against Pär Gerell, didn't play the doubles, and Adam Faulkner, who played his heart out in his singles game. That was against Nahom. And so that will be a very interesting one. I'm not sure I could call that because I don't feel we've seen enough of Olivier Chu in this game. But we also know what Adam Faulkner can bring. He hasn't quite been able to sort of get over the line his match early, despite both players giving it everything in their respective matches.
Yeah, you've got to see a lot of fight, I think, from both players. A lot of passion in that game. So yeah, no, if it does go to a decider, I mean, Sophie at the moment, she's actually pulling it back.
But Sophie Earley with some incredible sort of deflections almost back onto the table. It doesn't quite work out in the end. And Nahom puts his hand up, apologised for just clipping the net. Still a great shot.
I just feel like Nahom, if you just play it directly to his forehand, that is just a no-hit zone. Like, he will dispatch the ball every time. It's a 9 out of 10 shot.
let as it's 8-5 to Nahom Asgedom.
It's caught Sophie on the serve there.
Some great defensive display from Nahom, not quite able to return that second one, but the first one was delicious to see that response just slipped over. Still giving Sophie a problem, but...
And that's the type of shots that I really favour. I know that we always look at the hardest shots, but just a little spin, and I just love it.
Oh, wow.
But what a shot there from
What
Sophie.
a shot. You love to see the forehand winners. As Nahom just goes to retrieve a ball for the table next door. Being a good citizen. And he will go into the third with a 2-0 lead.
Again, just very calm and composed from Nahom. And I feel like it just, when you see that, and you see that against you, and if you're on the losing side, it's hard to gain momentum for yourself to be positive. So with Sophie, she just has to find, that, I guess, the inner self to kind of think about maybe just playing a little bit different, maybe not doing the same things that maybe she usually does. It could be in terms of, maybe a short serve and just pushing it straight into his backhand, and maybe pushing it long to his backhand to open up her game herself. But against this type of caliber, it's very difficult to do. And again, a strong flick from Nahom. Sometimes I feel like Nahom's shot, it's kind of like a cobra. It's just a snap by it, and you just cannot return it.
All right, it's 3-1 in the third. Sophie again. She's been in both of the games so far in this match, but just not quite been able to get close enough to game point. 11-8, 11-7.
But yeah, it's been close, hasn't it? In terms of the shots.
It has been close as far as the dynamic of play. It's not like Nahom's built a very early lead and then just sort of hung on to it the whole time. Like Sophie has clawed her way back, and then the lead sort of comes again. So the balance of play, we would sort of say it's quite even. There's that power from Sophie, doesn't quite work out this time. She'll reset and look to go again. As we said, got to the National Championships semi-finals in the women's singles, finalist in the women's doubles with Eva Eccles, on a host of age group national titles as well. Incredibly successful in her own career. Had some big victories. Anybody that was at the WTT Feeder Manchester in 2024 would have seen her epic against Britt Earland. She won that in tremendous style. Seemed a bit shell-shocked to have defeated someone of Britt Earland's calibre, but she did it.
And I think she comes from a table tennis family as well, because she has brothers, Thomas Earley and Zach Earley. I'm sure she must have been playing with when she was younger as well, and to learn from them and to become her level, it's just an amazing thing to see.
It has to help. I'd be intrigued to see how competitive it was in the Earley household growing up, to see if it was, you know, if anybody got upset or too upset and they lost. Some incredible rally. And Nahom takes it. Sophie had in her hands. It's so close. She hands Nahom the lead again. But Nahom did very well to stay in that point and just hang on. I'm just beginning to see a little bit more emotion from Nahom there. Just looked a little bit frustrated with himself. Again, we were talking in his previous matchup that he does very well to just stay composed in himself. Probably one of the best in the division for that.
I think this point right here at 7-8 is so vital. I think whoever wins this usually goes on to win the game. Oh, so it's 8-all.
Sophie Earley.
So Sophie, I think she may be favourable for this now.
Not done yet. She matched her points total from game 1.
What a flick.
Oh boy.
Take it back.
That was something special, that. And Nahom moves within 1 point of taking the match and sending this contest between Ormeau and eBaTT to a decider. It's currently 3-2 to Ormeau. If Nahom can score this 1 point before Sophie Earley gets to 10, we will go to a decider. Another let called, just as the rally looked like it was getting in full swing. Nahom Asgedom to serve. And Sophie Earley sends the ball off the other end of the table as Nahom Asgedom gives eBaTT 3-all, seventh match showdown between these two.
I think this is what we've been looking for. I think now it's just a lot of pressure for both teams to win this game. Going 3-all after, a highly contested match. Yeah, I feel like both teams have to kind of like dig deep, especially when it's the last game of the day. It should be a great game to watch.
Well, it will come down to Olivier Chu from eBaTT and Adam Faulkner from Ormeau. Who's going to take it? Because whoever does will win their team this matchup. And it is a team effort. It is worth remembering that. It is impossible for one person, even if they won 3, that's still not enough. Their team do need to carry it over. Pär Gerell has won 2 singles, won the doubles with Sophie Earley. For Ormeau's side of it, Olivier Chu only played in the singles in the second game of this, or second match of this contest rather.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting one, to say the least. We're going to see a lot of forehand winners, I believe, in this game. A load of forehand winners from both sides.
Well, 2 players who are sort of new to the Premier Division today. But before they get underway, while they're just doing the inspection, we'll just remind you one more time that the World Championships are coming to London.
Let's go, London!
Come on, London!
World Team Championships London 2026.
Tickets on sale now. See you in London. 100 years of table tennis. Don't miss the action.
Tickets on sale now. See you in London.
See you at
Ovio Arena, Wembley.
Can't wait to see you in London.
Don't miss the action.
Get your ticket now.
London 2026, back where
you don't want to miss the action for that one. It will be a great World Championships to look forward to. But for meanwhile, we are here in the decider as we move to this 7th one. This will be the conclusion. Whatever happens, it could go all the way. It could go to 5. But either way, Adam Faulkner or Olivier Chu will hand their team a victory, one way or the other.
Definitely. I feel like the benches of both teams really need to get behind and just cheer their player on, because again, it's such a nerve-wracking game. I think just the 7th game. Wherever your skill is or your skill ceiling is, you have to try and win for your team. You need to. It's like even kind of carrying the team when you're back on this one. For this moment, they need to be behind their player.
For sure, and everything's gonna all come together as these players get warmed up for one final time. So while they are, let's take sort of a little reminder of the fact that the weekend for the SBL Premier, the British Clubs League's BCL Premier Division, will be taking place at Ormsby Table Tennis Club up in Middlesbrough on the 11th and 12th, with the title decider likely on the cards, as looks like Ormsby and Brighton will be the ones battling it out. It will come down to that fixture, we believe, but anything could happen, stranger things. And in the meantime, we return to the action here at Fusion Table Tennis Club as eBaTT take first blood of this decider here with Ormeau.
It's gone right close to the table, lifting that forehand up and winning the point.
Well, it's going to be 3-1 to Chu. From this one.
Great start for Olivier right now, being 4-1 up in the decider.
Chu's disputing something. I think he's saying that he saw it touch the table. Umpire didn't. So he's awarding the point to Adam Faulkner. Adam Faulkner puts the ball into the net.
See, Olivier is giving a little bit more of a show, a little bit more of a little bit of a cheer now.
Well, it's going to be 8-3. Remember, Adam Faulkner had a pretty rough ride in his opener, in his singles match earlier on. And he sort of managed to turn it around. So let's see what's in store for the rest of this one.
Nice, he just switched the play there. Instead of playing to the backhand, just put it wide into his forehand. He wasn't expecting that at all.
Again, just 1 point at a time. That's all you need to do. With a marvellous rally that sees him chip back away, get him one. There's eBaTT from the bench encouraging their ambassador on the court. Adam Faulkner again makes the most of a very strong rally.
He's come back from 8-4 down.
And he's tied it. Seems quite quick to get play up and running. He's got that momentum. Olivier Chu just prepared to take a moment, just to slow it down somewhat. And now Adam Faulkner leads 9-8. Puts himself 2 away. And you can't help but take that ball to his stomach as Olivier Chu ties it up.
Nothing he could do about that shot. Just right
It's
into
coming straight
the
at your body.
Yeah.
Both players just taking a little moment to compose themselves, return the ball to next door.
He's done it again.
He's done it again, ball straight at his body. Adam Faulkner, you can see almost like as it happened, he was like, oh, I could feel that coming. What can he do with this serve? Well, he takes control of the point and he earns it back. It's 10-all. This is the 7th game showdown that we wanted. Takes
don't want that.
Little bit of luck just over the net. Olivier Chu, unfortunate there. Nothing he could really do about it. And he sends the ball over the end of the table, and it will be a lead to Ormeau, seemingly saving himself from oblivion. Well, what a way to bring it back, as that was certainly not a given. As Adam Faulkner stakes his claim as the one to get Ormeau the points in the decider.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, in terms of Olivier, he was very positive and just geeing himself up quite a lot in the first half. But Adam said, "No, I'm going to be tenacious. Just get as many balls on the table as possible. It doesn't matter what type of pace it is," and it was so effective.
And then we're getting another comment cheering for Adam in the comments. Getting a lot of love today, Adam, from the viewers. And he's managed to translate any support, whether that be in-house or at home or wherever it is you're watching. He's managed to translate that into 1 point for Ormeau so far in this decider here. Although he's up against it so far, he's 3-0 down. But he's come back from larger deficits and still won. 1 point back with a great forehand. Again, nothing Olivier Chu can do about that. Getting some more support for Adam. Bring it home. Saying.
I'm sure he'll really appreciate that support, because again, this is such a vital game for both teams.
I don't like using the term, but this kind of feels like a relegation dogfight in a way. You know, both teams with throughout the season not many wins, some great displays despite the performances, but a win against someone who's in a similar boat to you. If eBaTT win this, then they've won as many as Ormeau have. If Ormeau win it, they're putting some clear water between themselves and the very bottom of the table, which will be what they want.
Exactly.
But it's not for the lack of trying. They are doing a great job, and eBaTT are, and Olivier Chu in particular, this game is really letting Adam Faulkner know, hey, I am still in this. You may have got the first one, but I'm not going to let you walk over me for the next.
I mean, at the moment, I feel like Olivier has got the answers for everything Adam's doing, but it won't be the same for the whole game for sure.
Another great winner there. Not sure what eBaTT would have said to him during the break, but whatever it is, it seems to be working. This game going much, much quicker than the first.
It's such a nice, clean forehand action from Olivier. He steps into the right place.
And there we go, good point there from Adam after a big rally. Big leaping rally, looks like, as they jump to strike the ball. Just narrowly misses the end of the table. That was not far away, but nevertheless it will be a game point to Olivier Chu. And he's still got breathing room. He'll want to get this done as quickly as possible, go in, regroup, and keep playing in the next game. And what a way to win the game. There was a bit of sting in that. You could tell he was letting off just a little bit of steam with that shot, and he did a great job to finish it off.
That was it was a great forehand at the end to finish it off. I feel like it was more relief for Olivier to win that game like that as well, because you see him just take a big deep breath and just exhale out after he hit that shot. But again, it's 1-1, and that, I mean, he won that in convincing fashion.
Yeah, everyone in the eBaTT bench happy to send Chu back out. They're like, whatever you were doing, it works. Stick to it. So we sort of draw to a close for the conclusion of today's British Clubs League's Premier Division action.
Bounced up a little bit too high for him to pounce on that ball right there, but 1-1 nevertheless. It's very close.
Adam Faulkner takes the lead.
Just took it a bit too early there. I think that's the shot that he wants to try and get, because I feel like he tries to catch people out with that forehand.
we go, it's 4-2 to Chu and eBaTT as they just take their towel break before continuing on. Adam Faulkner managed to deceive Chu to take that point with the spin.
He really should have had that point there. The ball bounced up so high, just right into his favourite hitting zone, but I think with a bit of backspin he just missed off the table.
And again, just sort of taking it 1 point at a time, 1-1 in, knowing that slip-ups now are the ones that ultimately cost you the game, because if it goes to 2-1 against you, it's a real uphill struggle from that point. Both players have it in them to take the victory, but both of them will want to take it sooner rather than later, as Adam Faulkner plays a great rally there. Let's take it 6-5.
Oh.
And a great shot there. Adam Faulkner had no choice but to send that ball right into the sky almost.
I cannot tell you who is going to win this game.
This would be a very tough one to call. 1-1, 6-6. Nothing separating these two so far. We've already had the first set go to extra points. Second set, a little bit of a blip maybe from Adam Faulkner, but he's in the driving seat again now. Olivier Chu not quite happy with that last shot as he looks over to his bench. And Pär Gerell there calling a timeout on behalf of Adam Faulkner, because, as we said, this is a crucial juncture for both players. Sort of take a moment, take a second, and while you have a second, you might want to take a quick look at the World Team Table Tennis Championships, which are coming back to London. Tickets are on sale, they're selling incredibly quickly, so be sure to get yours now. And if you're interested in finding out when England are playing, if you are, they'll be playing in session 9, 10, 11 and 12 on Saturday the 2nd and Sunday the 3rd of May. They'll be playing Japan, China, Germany, Sweden, France and Korea across the men's and the women's. So be sure before they go, they will be incredibly popular, those sessions, to see some of the best players in the world. Let's see if that timeout revitalised either of these players. It was called by Ormeau. eBaTT take a big point to tie it again.
Big point, big momentum.
And it will be 9-8. As you were again, 9-all. And saying the two very even-keeled players. It's going to take sheer determination to find out who wants this one more. Well, Adam Faulkner takes this to within 1 point
What a nerve-wracking point there, but they just came out with explosiveness.
You can feel the players you can feel the tension here now. There's more at stake. And Adam Faulkner hammers it home to give Ormeau a 2-1 lead in some style, I'd say, is fair to say.
He did well there. I don't know how he actually returned that ball, but he did it. And as you said, it was with style and fashion. He came out explosive there. I mean, he's 2-1 up.
Well, hey, that could prove decisive. It puts Ormeau within the driving seat. He, has margin for error. Obviously, he won't think of it like that, but Olivier Chu needs to dig out some of that form that he had in the second game here to just shut Faulkner down.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like what Olivier might try and do is try and play his backhand flick a little bit more on terms of his serve, because he is trying to, trying to be positive. He is pushing the ball, so I feel like he's just going to try and get in a bit more, just flick the ball as much as possible.
Well, as we move into the fourth end here, could this be the last one, or will we have a fifth set decider in the bottom of the seventh?
Again, just there where I said that he may go for a flick, he went straight for the push. The push went high, so Adam could just finish the point.
It's 2-1. Very rarely in this match has there been more than 1 or 2 points difference between them. The second game is the obvious exception to that, but Adam Faulkner was trailing in the first by quite a way, and since then there's not really been much in it. I've been trading points off, sort of almost 1 for 1. Adam Faulkner builds a lead of 2 points. And he plays that very, very well, sending Olivier Chu all over, sending him into a timeout. Olivier Chu not happy with himself.
Not at all, I tell you that. Not at all. I mean, in terms of that, I feel like, yeah, he had to take a time out there, because Adam, he looks like he will be the victor. He just seems so comfortable at the moment. Even if the ball, because Olivier's hitting the ball quite hard and quite potent, but Adam has the answers at the moment.
Well, it really could come down to just one little mistake or that little bit of luck. And Adam Faulkner looks fired up for this. He looks ready. He's got a bit of a swagger about him now that he has this lead.
I still think Olivier just needs to come out more with that backhand flick. It's quite strong, but he's not. Maybe he's a bit tentative to use it, but we'll see.
There's still very, very little left that he can't do, and he takes one. Make it 2-4. I'm sure his team would have given him some sage encouragement. Adam Faulkner, though, with that as much confidence as you can have. Again, a bit more love for Adam in the comments section.
He's done it again, and he keeps doing it again and again and again. It's just kind of caging him with a long push to the backhand. Adam, he knows what he's doing.
I know
He's
we
done it
said
again.
at the very start of the day, I asked you in the previous stream, I was like, how easy is it to negatively spiral? And I hate to say it, I feel like Chu might be in that place where he just may not feel like it's going for him, but then he turns out a shot like that to show everyone that he's not done yet.
Yeah.
Still a lot of work to do, but he just needs to harness those moments, say to himself that he knows that he can pull that off if eBaTT are going to get back into this one.
I feel like sometimes you need that. It's kind of like just an aggression, frustration shot, but it can get you back into the game. And I mean, he's won 2 points off of that. It's very good.
He has done a great job so far. 3 points separating these two. And that now stretches to 4. Adam Faulkner edging ever so closer to a victory for both himself and for Ormeau. And he takes it again. 2 away.
He's done well in terms of his placement, because he's actually pushed the ball long. And usually we say keep the ball short, but he's pushed it long and he's missed every time.
Well, there we go. 1 back. We were talking earlier with Sophie Earley's match. It's just a battle of attrition. 1 at a time. And then a shot like that gives Adam Faulkner the match point, not just for himself, but for Ormeau as well. It is tied 3-3. Olivier Chu says, not yet.
I feel like he needed to use that backhand more often in that game.
And 1 more. Chipping away, some good applause from his bench there. Still doesn't look quite as sure of himself, but he's done well to keep in it so far.
Oh, wow.
Well, both players have used their timeout. I feel if they had one left, Adam Faulkner would take it now if he had the opportunity. There's 2 points in it now. He's let a few go. And we do move to Chu's serve.
I cannot believe
Steady
it.
as you go. 1 more on his serve.
It might
We are
actually
still
happen.
at match point. We are still at match point. Oh, and Adam Faulkner takes it. Heartbreak for Olivier Chu. He did so well, but just unlucky enough. A great, great way to finish the game. He went out with his head held high. He clawed that back from, what was it, 10-4 down?
10-4 down
And
to
he
come back
managed to get back to 10-9. 5 points in a row. Wow. Well, that's a way to end the game. It's a way to end it. It gives Ormeau a 4-3 victory. Heartbreak for eBaTT. They did such a strong job there. Adam Faulkner takes the final victory. He's got a big smile on his face. But wow, what a way to sign off on Valentine's Day on our stream. So I'd just like to take a few thank yous. Thank you to Jamal. Thank you for being my companion for today, helping us all out with the commentary. Hope you've enjoyed yourself.
No, it's been a great day and the pleasure's all mine. And yeah, just a great day for table tennis.
A great day for table tennis indeed. Be sure to keep an eye out on the Table Tennis England YouTube page for the highlights, which will be coming soon, and also onto our social media pages, as well as the British Clubs League social media pages. Be sure to keep an eye out for all the content that we have coming up. And for one last time, we'd just like to thank you to our official ball supplier, T-Sport, who provided the match balls for everything today. They've done a great job there. They've provided the Butterfly R40 plus 3-star balls, which are in use, so be sure to check out T-Sport for all of your table tennis essentials. So for one last time from me, it's thank you very much. Hope you have a good Valentine's Day, and I'll leave you with one more push to the World Championships coming later this year. See you at round 4.
mottos bold over cobblestone dreams. From palace gates to everyday scenes, a century served since the first ball flew. Now eyes look forward, in 26 we start anew. Back in London, full circle, full flame, we honour the past and elevate the game. From Wembley's roar to the box that rocks, crowds will unite as this countdown talks. Please mind the gap, then feel the drive. London pulses, cause this game's alive. Serve and return like this city's flow. With every forehand blast, you'll hear that. Doors swing wide on every street. The world's invited, come take your seat. 2026, a century date. The game comes home, so come and celebrate. Bring your fire, your pride, your fight. London's ready for you and the stage, it's just right. London 2026, back where it